Governor Kane today announced $14 million in federal funding for 22 community development projects through the Virginia Community Development Block Grant Program. Waynesboro will receive funding for the Arch Market Neighborhood Project. The city will receive Community Development Block Grant funding of $684,000. Waynesboro will contribute $10,000 for a total of $694,000 for the project. The city will try to address substandard housing conditions and the potential for flooding in the Arch Market Street neighborhood. The project involves 15 homes and is expected to benefit 41 low to moderate income persons. And joining us now to discuss the project is Waynesboro Assistant City Manager Jim Shaw. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Bob. Glad to be here.
Now, Jim, how was this project selected by the city?
This is a continuation of the city's effort to reduce recurrent flood damage in the city, and more specifically, several years ago, the city, through Community Development Block Grant and FEMA grants, purchased and relocated an entire manufactured home residential community nearby. And so this is a continuation of our flood prevention efforts.
Now, this, though, isn't where you're relocating an entire community. Instead, you are actually, I believe, rehabbing and reconstructing some of these homes.
That's correct. That in this case, the flood proofing measures, and that can be anything from flood proofing a home or relocating mechanicals that get damaged, a furnace could be elevated or something like that, were more feasible. And in addition, this project will help improve the housing stock in general, and that could include everything from weatherproofing to patching roofs, replacing roofs. And in a couple of cases, it's going to include the complete reconstruction of 2 homes. And
I understand one of the homes will be elevated?
That's correct. That one home is feasible to actually lift it up and rebuild the foundation so that the first floor of the home will be located 1 foot above the base flood level.
Now, how do people qualify for this program? Obviously, it's a benefit to these homeowners, correct?
That's correct. That we had neighborhood meetings, and people came forward and said that they were willing to participate in the program. There was a process of review that they had to meet certain income criteria, and as well, the homes had to be inspected and found to be eligible and worth the value that we would place into their redevelopment and improvement.
So this is all voluntary, no one's being forced to do this?
That's correct. This is an entirely voluntary program. That essentially the CDBG money works something like a grant, that people do repay a part of this based on their ability to repay, and then ultimately the lien that would be against their house is forgiven.
So in a normal case, how much of, so in a sense this is a loan to the
In a
folks?
sense, yes. In a sense it is. And again, it is based on their income and their ability to repay the value of improvement to their house.
So on the average, say one home receives work worth $50,000, how much of that will they have to repay?
It varies quite a bit. As I say, that what happens is that they may be paying $25 a month, and then at a certain set time, 10 years, whatever the balance is actually forgiven. So that it varies quite a bit from home to home based on the home itself and on the homeowner's ability to pay.
How will this impact the overall neighborhood?
I think, one, that these kinds of improvements, especially this number of homes, improves the general quality of the neighborhood. You would find in this neighborhood that there are a number of homeowners who, through their own initiative, have done a good job of keeping up the neighborhoods. So to see this number of homes substantially improved, we hope will have a bleed-over effect to nearby properties.
And when will the project start?
It generally takes about 3 months to get under contract with Commonwealth, and our hope would be that we would start to see some renovation, reconstruction, either by late fall or early winter of 2009.
All right. Waynesboro Assistant City Manager Jim Shaw, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And now let's send it back